Okay. So far what we have done is we have integrated the React-router-DOM asset. Okay, in the previous class. So we can see what we have done first. First, we have installed that library. And once you have installed that library, we have integrated this browser router in the application. So once we have installed this browser router, and then we have written our switch, and we have defined all our routes. So this is the first route for login page, one route, path one route, and this dynamic parameters also we have discussed. Okay. So today what we are going to do, we need some customer requirement. We are going to write some simple two cards here. Whenever I am going to click this card, I want to navigate to employees page. Suppose if this is a employees page, this is a sidebar, I can add a link tag. But this is a card. Whenever you are seeing a card, and this is a card, you cannot add a link for the card itself. So whenever you are clicking here, from the program, we want to navigate from one page to another page. For that requirement, we are going for a concept called use history. Okay, this is also hook from the React-router-DOM library. Let us see how to use this use hook or use history hook and see it. So let us go to dashboard page. So here by default, what we have, let us start the project, npm start. So by default here we have only dashboard title. Let us have two cards. Okay. So let's write div. Okay. So I'll say card one, and here I can see instead of card one, I will say employees, and another route for the companies. Okay. So we have a two cards here. Let us, once it is started, let us verify in the here. So our requirement is whenever we are clicking this employees, we want to go to this page. So for this reason, we have to use the use history. Let us see how to use the use history. So we can use this use history, and we can store this variable into one variable. You can write this name, any name, no problem. You can write A, B, any JavaScript valid identifier. Okay, A to Z 0 to 9 underscore dollar. So once you store this one, we can use there is a method called push method. In array, we have like whenever we want to add any new element, we have a push method, right? In this history also, we have one method called push method. So whenever you are adding a push method, automatically we will navigate to that route from the programming. Suppose you don't want to go back to the back button, something like this. Let us go to dashboard. So whenever I'm clicking dashboard, there is a back button is enabled, right? You don't want that back button. In that case, you can go and use the replace function. If you want a back button, you can use a push method. If you don't want a back button, you can use a replace method. So let us go to the dashboard. So here we have a card one and card two. Let us write some simple styles. If you want to some simple styles, let us write a card here, or you can use any bootstrap also. Card, and weight is equal to 200 pixel, height is equal to 200 pixel, background color is equal to light blue. Okay, so let us apply this card for these two things. Class name is equal to card, and apply the same thing for the second also. File, save all, and reload it. Okay, so it is still reloading. Okay, so it is applied two cards. This is too much big, and you can try to reduce this size. Let us go with 100, and height is equal to 100, and padding is equal to 10 pixel, and for both I want a margin 10 pixel. Okay, so in the dashboard here we can add a one div, and display is equal flux also we can write. If you want in the same line, we can write like a div, and class name d-flux. So automatically these two items will be coming in the same line. So this we can do it, and format the document, save it. So here we are going to get a employee 1 and employee 2. We can write this exact style later. Okay, let us work on the use history. So whenever we are clicking it, we want to navigate to employees page. So let us have here. So by default, first verify, do you have any employees? Yeah, EMP route is there or not? Yes, we have the EMP route. Let's go to dashboard again. Now, whenever we are clicking it, first we need to write the click event, right? Let's write some click event. So usually we'll write one link tag, right? Instead of writing a link tag, now we want to navigate from one page to another page using the programming. Okay, that is the reason we are going for the link tag. On click is equal to, let us just write one handle click function. Okay, I will say navigate. You can write any name. Okay, I'm writing like a navigate page. Okay, something like this. And same thing I want to do it for the second card also. Okay, whenever we are clicking the first page, which route we want to go for? EMP. Okay, those are the reason I'm giving slash EMP. And whenever we are clicking on the second page, which route we have to go for? Slash companies. Okay. So here, but I did not write any function here, right? So let us write one function in the component. So function, we can write a function name, something like this. Okay. So here I have written a function, and the function name, I am taking one argument. What is this argument? This path. First time, this is a employee. Second time, companies. That is okay. So if you want to navigate from one page to another page, we will use one hook. Okay, what is the hook we are discussing? Use history. This use history is available from the react-route-dom package. So automatically it is downloaded. Let us try to save like this. Now we have used, and let us store this one variable into any variable name. For better sake, we will use like a history. So since we are going to create one time, we are not going to change any value. That is the reason we are declaring with a constant. So there is a method called history.push method. So this push method, what it will do, we will add this route into the history. So automatically it will navigate to that page. So let's click file, save all, and verify it. Let's go to dashboard. Okay. So dashboard, let's log in, dashboard. Okay. What is happening? What happened to our route? Is there any error? Let us verify in the console. Okay. So update the existing state, such as a render function, dashboard, and props and state during the pure. So props. Let us file and save all. Okay, so here the problem is, let me explain. Okay, so here whenever we are clicking the on click, what we are trying to do here, we are writing a function. Okay, and we are calling itself on the first day. Whenever we have discussed about this one, we should not call a function directly like this. So what will happen whenever we are opening here, automatically this will be called, and in our project there is no company's route itself. That is the reason we are getting a error. So for this reason, we should not call like this. If you want to call such a way, you can simply write like a A6 function. Whenever you are writing A6 function, this function will not call immediately. That is the advantage. Okay, let us write. So here the problem is, you are calling the function. If you don't want to do like this, you remove here something like this. We should pass it. Okay, so that is a problem. Let us save here. Let's go to dashboard here. Now we have a 1 and 2. Let's click on the employees. Employee place is navigated. And there is a back button also is there, right? You can click on the back button. Let's click on the company. So because there is no company in my route, that is the reason 404 is coming. But we will define one company's route and we will add a company's component also. Like this, you can navigate from one page to another page using the programming. Suppose you don't want that back button, then you can use the what method? History data replace, history dot replace, and we can use this. Okay, so let us go again dashboard. I will go to employee and let first reload the page. Employee something. You don't want to go back something. See, earlier also employee is there. Now also employee is only is there. So if you want to go to dashboard, employee, it is not going for the dashboard. Okay, that is the real advantage of the replace. So these two are done. Now we'll go for a next hook. That's all. Okay, the next hook is use location. Sir, where we are going to use the history. This use history from whichever the file you want to navigate from one file to another project instead of using the link tag. And you can write a one function and you can import this history and you can use like this. Okay, and the second one is use location. There is a use location is there. Let us explain what is this use location. Suppose what we are trying to do, we are going for here, employee one is there, employee two, let us go for here. Suppose whenever we are passing employees, here I am clicking employee page, right? I want to say from which page I am coming. Okay, so the current page, whatever the current page earlier, what is the current page? Dashboard. So I want to print here like this. Okay, so here I will type like this question mark page is equal to dashboard. This is for example only. Okay, here whatever we are writing this question mark, right? This question mark is called query parameters. Whenever we are sending any data to the backend server, if the data is the optional one, we will send in the query parameters. Okay, question mark page is equal to dashboard. Suppose you want to send another parameter, second parameter, you write a and symbol and the name is equal to, you can write any emp1 something like this. Okay, so after the question mark, whatever you are coming, this is nothing but a query parameters. Some people will they'll call a query parameters, some people will call a parameters, both are same only. So now whenever I'm clicking this employee, I want to send that query parameters from the first page. In that employee page, I want to get that query parameter and print into that class, because we are going to use it in a one example. Suppose where we are going to see some example, I can show you one simple example. Okay, so here if you see here, there is a first I will go to search page. Whenever I am searching here, there is no URL, correct, right? Empty it is there. If I am going to click on here in any one stock, so here what is the URL? It is a dynamically adding symbol is equal to some data, they are adding it. So this data, what they will do in this component, they will read that parameter and they will search with that parameter and they will load the data. Something like this we also will do that in the React. Let's go for our example. Let's go to the dashboard. Here whenever we are clicking, let us pass one parameter first and later we can pass the second parameter also. So I'll go to here. Okay, so here we will use you can use a push method or replace method, both are fine. Okay, whenever you want to send any optional parameter, first what we have to do, we have to write a question mark. Okay, question mark name is equal to dashboard, which from which page we are going it, dashboard page. Okay, and second one is you can say you can send any other arguments using the and symbol. Let us first we'll go with the one parameter, later we'll do this. So let us save here and first see whether our parameter is going or not. So I'm going to click on the here. So emp and what is the other parameters going on? Name is equal to dashboard. So this is nothing but a parameters. In the project also they are going to send like this. But now the real task is whenever you are going for this employee page, we want to read that whatever is there in the URL. I want to do that one. Okay. For this reason, you have to go to which component you are going from here to here, employee component. Okay. Go to employee page, you have to use another route now called use location. Okay, what is use location? This use location also available from the React-router-DOM only. Okay, so let us store this one use location, and you can store this use location into some variable, something like this location. You can keep any variable name here, no problem. Okay, so once you are going to store this use location value, let me just do it. So first we are storing the location, and second thing is inside the location is an object. Inside the location object there is a parameter like a property called search. If you are giving this search, what it is going to give, whatever the values are there after question mark, it will give all the values. For example, in our project, only one parameter we are sending it. So that parameter, we want to convert that as an object. That is the reason we are printing like a URL search params. Okay. And this URL search params, you can import it. Okay. And then, so once you get the URL parameters, there is a method called get method. So what is the parameter name I am giving here? What is the parameter name? Name. Whatever the name you are giving it, you copy this name and go to that component, you write that parameter name. Suppose if you are writing company name there, here you need to write the company name. Same name you need to give it. And once you get it, you will print it here. Suppose now that value I want to print it in the console. Let us write H1. Okay. So what is our parameter name? Name. And I will say class name is equal to text hyphen primary. Let us save two places. So let's go to dashboard and click on employee. So where is that line? File, save. Okay. So let us see the value here. Dashboard, employees. Okay, we are getting the employee.name is equal to dashboard, but that name is not printing in this component, second component, whatever the component. So let us see here URL parameters. So if anything is not printing, let us try to print this value itself directly in the console, and you can see what is the value. Console dot log of location dot search. So inspect here. Let us click here. Okay, something wrong we are trying to do here. EMP and name. Are we trying to do anything in the employee number? Okay, we are trying to do. So there is a small wrong here. We are writing our code inside the employee data, not in the employee component. We are giving our location data to the another one. Here we should write it. So that is a problem. Let us try to fix this one. Okay, so I just moved my code from that file to here and import the useLocation. Okay, so on same thing, let us copy this variable also so that we can print it in the employees component. Instead of printing in the employee, where I have added inside the employee data. File, save all. Let us try to do this. Dashboard. See, so what is the name you are giving here? Dashboard. And same name it is printing in the here. Suppose for testing, let us try to change the some other value. Go to which component? Dashboard component. Here inside the dashboard, I will say dashboard 1, 2, 3 and save it and click on again dashboard. So what is the value we are getting at a dashboard? 1, 2, 3. Like this, you can write the any number of parameters, and here you can get the any number of parameters. So again, I will repeat it. So like in some people, they will confuse where you should write that useLocation code. So that is the reason I am saying. So wherever you want to send the data, in that place, you are going to write like a history.push. You can pass these additional parameters. In which component you want to load the data. Okay, how can you identify? Very simple. Here, to which path you are mapping? I am mapping with which component? EMP component, like EMP, right? EMP is mapping with which component? Employee component. Go to employee component, and here you can write a useLocation. And once you get the useLocation and convert this one into URL search parameters, and then you can write like a query.get parameter. Suppose you have another parameter, query.age, then you can write simply like params.age, and you can print the params.age. Like this, if you have any number of parameters also, you can write it easily. So this is nothing but about the useLocation. Okay.